Immigrant takeover. Are they coming to take your homes? We're going to talk about it today. Should you buy a house in September 2024? We're going to get into all the data letting you know what you should be doing this September, talking about rates, talking about
Yep.
mortgage application data, discussing new appreciation data, why many are waiting, and we're going to get some news reactions. And if we have enough time, we might get into some rapid fire questions. Team, if you need help, if you need an application, get pre-qualified, if you need a refi, click the pin link in the comment section down below, and then that will take you to the website where you can apply for all of those things and discuss with Angelo if you need to. Angelo, are you ready to get into the topics today?
Let's do it, brother. No better time than the present.
Mortgage application data, Angelo, can you walk us through this chart and give us some key points of what you see in this?
Yeah, man. So as you can see here, interest rates, that is the big question. One of the top questions that I get asked as soon as I answer the phone is, what's your rate? So right now, as you can see here, rates are remaining right around that 6.5% mark. They're hovering around there. They're about 0.875% lower than this time last year. So as we can see, it's definitely on the decline with all given the economic data that's been coming out and all the potential news about what we'll talk about later about rates dropping. So purchase volume, as you can see here, rose 1% last week, but we're still down 9% year over year because rates are higher. It takes time for buyers to be convinced that rates will stay lower, and this is basically reflecting in the purchase numbers. So people are scared. It's just plain fact. I have people texting just a little while ago, Gavin, I showed you, I have people saying, no, I am just waiting for rates to come down more, which I don't think that's a good idea. But hey, to each their own. So, so now the future impact, purchases will be likely positively impacted by the drop in rates in the coming weeks or months, because of course, people on the sidelines, once rates drop, they're going to get off the sidelines, just like everybody else. Refis. Now here's a big one. Refis were a little bit flat last week, but right now they are up 85% compared to last year. So as you can see, it makes up about 45% of the total applications. So refis are definitely hot right now. I'm getting texts and calls every day. Hey, should I refi? My past clients are calling. I'm reaching out to them too, saying, hey, I got you. It's not time to refi just yet. Rates are not where they need to be. It makes no sense to refi for 0.25% interest rate. Now, there's probably some mortgage companies out there that will lead you to believe it makes sense to refi for 0.25% better in rate, but that's not us.
New appreciation data, Angelo. What does this mean for people that still haven't bought a home yet?
So everybody's freaking out. The market's going to crash. The market's going to crash. The market's going to crash. But as you can see here, prices are still up 5.4% year over year. Let's just flip down. You guys can take a snapshot of this and check this out. But I'm going to go to the lower priced homes real quick, and then I'll regroup and go back up. So your lower priced homes are appreciating faster than the overall market in the last 5 years. So that means if you were on the fence or you wanted to buy a house and you decided not to buy a house because you don't wait because the rates are up, you've just lost out on that 5.4% year over year appreciation. Am I right, Gavin? Am I missing something here?
Right. Well, the lower priced homes are affecting younger people that can't afford a median priced home or can't afford.
There we go. First time home buyer. Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So if you're sitting on that fence, it's going to be more difficult to purchase that home if you keep on waiting, and you're losing out on that 5.4% year over year appreciation, which, as we were talking about in a previous video, that is the biggest driver for your wealth is your primary residence. Okay. Creating generational wealth, right? Buying that property as soon as you can at a young age, as if you can, to then build equity in that property. 5.4% year over year, multiply that by 10 to 15 years. There you go. So,
Angelo, another thing about what you just threw out right there is think about the type of person that's probably listening to this, right? I doubt don't got any billionaires watching this, right? They have better things to do. But just think about, we probably have people that will end up in life around $100,000 to $1 million net worth. What is the primary driver of that, Angelo?
That is your primary residence, and that's proven. That's just a statistic. It's data. It's a proven fact that your primary residence is the primary driver of your wealth.
Many are waiting to buy a home right now, and there seems to be numerous factors for that reasoning. And I want to know, Angelo, are they right in waiting to buy a home?
Man, there is a bill that basically Kamala, let's just say it. Kamala's got a bill out there. She's saying, hey, we're going to give $25,000 to every first-time home buyer that's paid rent on time in the last 2 years or something to that effect. That is going to make it even worse for you to buy a home if you're waiting. Why do you think that is? Because there is not a ton of inventory as it is. So if you're just throwing money at people to purchase homes, that inventory will get shored up and it will cause prices to go up, drive prices up, which is going to make things even more unaffordable going forward. So I think it's, once again, do not wait for that to happen, because if it happens, Jesus Lord, I can't even imagine what it's going to look like if that goes into effect.
Yeah. So you got a candidate, Angelo, that is throwing out policies that she wants to enact as president of the United States if she was elected. And when you throw out a $25,000 towards your down payment assistance for a person in America, that makes them think, oh, maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait to see how this plays out.
Right.
On top of already high interest rates. So people are waiting
Correct.
for interest rates to come down, and now they're going to be waiting to see if they can get some down payment assistance federally. It all just kind of correlates together for people to want to wait. But should people be waiting? Should people wait for this handout?
Absolutely not. They shouldn't wait for the handout, nor should they wait for rates to come down, because that's a double whammy when they throw $25,000 at you to purchase a home and rates come down. Just think about that for a second. So now you have double the people that were waiting are now going to be in the market to purchase a home, and you're going to have, there's going to be basically octagons set up outside of homes to see, who's going to win a fight to purchase the home. So no, everything that's just fuel to the fire right now.
And you can always refinance your mortgage, and that doesn't have to play a factor. Like, you should be more scared of that home price continue to go up. Like the interest rate, you can refi when interest rates come down.
I just had a couple clients this week close, and we had this discussion, and they're like, I'm really glad that even though it was a little bit higher the payment than I had anticipated or wanted to pay, I just know, because I didn't have to fight for that house. I didn't have to have a multiple offer situation. I'm paying a little bit more for it because the news is saying, the feds are potentially going to cut, most likely will cut in September, which is going to drive, prices down, the interest rates down in the near future. So he didn't want to, none of them wanted to wait to fight that fight, because they did that previous to in COVID, prior to COVID. And so they're like, I'm just not doing it. I'm going to buy now and just hold on to that. And then refi once rates comes down. And they're smart, but I have other people that say, I'm just going to wait for rates to drop. So, you got the smart ones and you got the not so smart ones. So
A little bit of a news reaction here. California bill that would give undocumented first-time homebuyers money despite lack of funding advances. Let me read the whole story here. The California Dream for All program, designed to provide financial assistance to first-time homebuyers, ran out of funds just 11 days after the launch in June 2024. Womp, 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 helping 1,700 buyers before funds were exhausted. So there is no money for this. California lawmakers passed a bill in the state Senate to expand the program to include undocumented immigrants. So it was just for the citizens of America, and now it's being expanded to undocumented immigrants. Welcome to California. Despite the program's current lack of funding, again, no funding for this program, the bill, which was passed by a vote of 21-11, now returns to the state assembly for further revisions before potentially being signed into law by the governor, Gavin Newsom. So we can't afford this. It's not going to happen. It's got to be revised. Angelo, what do you even have to say to this? Because this is just asinine.
Do I even need to say anything about that? So you're going to be giving free money to, well, not free. It's free to them.
Nothing's free.
Nothing's free. So the taxpayers are going to pay for this to help somebody else that does not have any citizenship here, that just crossed the border. Just go ahead, give them some cash, buy a house that that you could buy, or maybe that a veteran could have used for that home, or a citizen of the United States could use that. So I don't understand well, I know why they're doing it, but the thought process is asinine in my opinion, and I think it shouldn't be. It just absolutely should not be. I think it is an asinine ploy to get votes, honestly.
So this doesn't look like it's going to be taking effect. I would actually take that Kamala, the policy she wants to enact with the $25,000 towards down payment assistance. That would actually that has more plausibility than this California. This is just for California, right? So the other one that's nationwide. So that is something I would be a little bit more scared of actually as a person that is going to buy a home, right? Doesn't that affect the person that is going to buy a home, and then what? Homes are going to appreciate insane.
Correct. No, for sure. And you got people that are saving every month their hard-earned money to put that down payment on a house, but then you have going to give it to people that don't, maybe not even aren't fiscally fit to purchase that home, right? And that may not have money saved up. So it's just, when you think about it, it could cause so many problems in the industry as a whole, real estate, mortgage, and as a nation too. So it just, I don't like where it's going.
Let's get to some rapid fire questions, Angelo. I grabbed some of the most searched questions on the internet. I'm going to bring them to you, and you just give me your quick response to them, and then we'll move on to the next one. Should I buy a home now?
I think we just answered that question, and the question is yes, 100%. Now, and I'm not just saying that just because it's my business and, it's my livelihood to put you in a mortgage. No, that's not, I'm not just saying that just to say it. It's legit. If you want to purchase a home, if you're in the market to purchase a home, do it now. Do not wait. Just don't. What you got? We just went over it, so there's really no research today.
Where should I buy a home right now?
So, I mean, we've talked about some different places. If you can work remote. Pennsylvania was a great place. It's a cheap place to own a home. You go Ohio. Of course, Charlotte is fantastic. It's a little bit pricey right now in the heart of Charlotte and around it, but then you have the outskirts, Gastonia, Hickory, Greensboro, Belmont. I mean, there's a lot of great places to purchase a home right now. Myrtle Beach, we talked about. Charleston was a little pricey. Washington, D.C. was very pricey. People are moving there, moving out of there, going to the Myrtle Beach area. So a lot of great places to purchase a home. Just do your homework.
What are some hacks to get into a home that I should look for, like seller concessions or using a builder's lender?
Yeah, I mean, builder's lenders are great if the actual concession is going to a legitimate buy down instead of them jacking their rate up to 8.5%, but then just buying it down to 6.5%. So you definitely want to make sure that builder's lender is legit, that loan estimate's legit. But a lot of good hacks: temporary buy downs, 2-1 buy downs, using seller concessions for permanent buy down. There's a lot of that going on right now. I mean, we've inked up a bunch of contracts right now that have 2-1 buy downs, 1-1 buy downs, and just seller concessions paying for half of the 2-1 buy down. Well, I'm sorry, partially like a 1-1 buy down, but then the additional money going towards the additional closing costs. So a lot of great ways you can structure it. You got to have a good team, mortgage team, real estate agent team to go in there. And on the listing agent, everybody's got to be open to communication to structure the best deal for the seller, the buyer, and everybody around.
Last question here, and a favorite of mine because I think this is a good way to cap off the video. How do I get a mortgage?
Holler at your boy. Give me a call or just click the link. Yeah. Right? Click the link in the bio there. Shoot me a message if you have any questions about it. Shoot me a slide into my DMs. However you want to do it. Just talk. No, in all seriousness, I'm not licensed in every state, but talk to a local, experienced, professional mortgage consultant. Do a quick Google search, look them up, check the reviews, check them online, and then reach out to them. But if you're in Charlotte, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and if you're an investor, 42 states, we can help you out.
Team, a lot of valuable things here. If you got something good, make sure you leave a like, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.